However, the game here is Cybercop for the Sega Genesis. I've never played or seen this game before, but my bad game senses are tingling off the charts here, so I think it's probably terrible. Well, let's get it underway. We're running this for about 2 hours until Baron is ready to continue his Baronauts. May he deliver me from this. So, what do we have here? Let's try going to the options. Default, resume old. Oh, we can turn off the music. Well, that's a relief already, but no, punishment games. There are 3 good criteria for a punishment game. Punishing for me, punishing for the viewer, or extremely difficult. Any combination of those is good, but at least one is necessary. So, let's make ourselves a new character, shall we? See, just like Draken, I can make my own character here. Although it seems that we only have the option to accept or pass. I can't go to anything else, so if I pass on you... We had Rick, we've got Donna, Tony, Core Droid number 1. I am certain there are kids that had nightmares about that weird faux 3D face there, although it's quite well done. What else can we do? Another Core Droid? These must all be presets, and yeah, we're back to Rick Allen. Well, I like the look of nightmarish Core Droid number 1, so let's go with you. Oh, well, there are skills here, aren't there? Combat, weapons, computers, da-da-da, terrible at medical. I don't know what use any of these skills are going to be, but hopefully I can be a killing machine. I'm also 6'6" tall and 300 pounds, so we should be able to handle anything that comes our way, right? Last weekly one-shot was number 236, Jake. Punishment Game 169 would put you at just over half ill. Yes, but punishment games predate the weekly one-shot by years. So it seems that before we start, I can buy myself a bunch of things, a lot of different things. There are a lot of different guns. Hopefully they have infinite ammo, one can hope. Things have bulks. I'm already worried that there's a system for carrying things. Might as well get the most expensive gun. And get some decent armor. And a refill for what? A drink for what? Do I even drink? We're a robot, surely. Ooh, a jetpack. Certainly we're going to need a jetpack. And some lockpicks. And let's buy some grenades and have a bit of kit left over. So, enter the actual game. I have every reason to like this game because, hey, it's just like Draken. You're on this polygonal 3D world. Except I don't know how anything works here, but surely we can figure it out. So, left, right, looks left and right, up, down to move. This is the old style Sega game, so I believe there's only 3 buttons, A, B, and C. I don't know if it goes left to right or right to left, but assuming this is A, it does nothing. Oh, I can jump! I think. And I think I just lay down there as well. I'm pretty sure I jumped. Okay, if you move forward when pressing A, you'll jump or go up. Right, what about B? B shoots the gun. I've just noticed we have a dementia thing in the bottom left. Can robots get dementia? What about C? What does C do? C does apparently nothing. And there's also start, and I don't know if there's select. Probably not. We can go to sleep. Can we actually go to sleep? Ah! So it's actually a pause screen for the game. How do we unpause? Okay, start again. There we go. And we can flip through our different items. Don't know what that means. Is that some kind of Dragon Ball radar? A jack, perhaps? No idea, no idea. Cool goggles, our dementia card, our jetpack, our grenades. So let's stick to gun, shall we? And I don't know what that just did. I still have my gun, right? No, I've got my fist. What is the meaning of this? Don't know. Right. Seems that I can interact with what looks like some kind of water fountain. Okay, this water fountain has... Hold on, lift? Maybe I'm inside a lift. Ooh. Okay. Maybe I can use my key card on it? No, I can look at my guns some more. What the hell is this? Well, it's clearly going nowhere fast. As long as I can still shoot, we can go out and maybe kill people. Something on the ground here. Hopefully not a landmine. Pick it up. I think I get it. So the thing on the left is whatever item is on the ground or near you, and then you can pick it up. But you can also drop items. Right, I've got your number now, game. I can only assume you're an enemy droid, and down you go. I've also noticed that my own energy is quite low. Right, let's just eradicate whatever those are, and I feel like I'm being attacked. Those are certainly attacky sounds, but nay clue. Aha! So long, Thursday. So if I come up to this again, we have another item that we can interact with somehow. And I suspect that I want to... Oh, okay. Why is there now a 2 on it? I don't understand. Truthfully, I have no idea what's going on here. Ah, but I'm getting attacked by something there. Away it goes. This is the original Resident Evil. I hate it, says Kitty. I'm certainly not having the time of my life here right now. Puts me in mind of a much better game. Star Fox for the Super Nintendo. It's certainly got the frame rate for it. Moving is really painful. You also have this bit of inertia. I'm pressing forward now, and it takes a bit for our 6'6", 300-pound metallic gorilla to start staggering forward. At least things die pretty quickly whenever we look at them, but I'm running real low on energy, whatever that means. It's different from our equipment power over on the right. I certainly don't know what that means. I'm also wondering why we have a fleshy-looking body here. I thought I was some kind of kill droid #1. Ah, but there's goodies on the ground for me. Oh god, we're moving real slow now. Right, let's grab ourselves whatever this is. Now, what are you? I don't know, and it won't let me investigate. You have to love the level design here. Fascinating colors of grey. Yeah, textures on early 3D games were hard to come by, or these faux polygonal 3D games. You didn't have them on Star Fox, you didn't have them on Lawnmower Man, you didn't have them in Draken, you didn't have them on the console version of Doom. Just didn't happen. Am I getting shot to shreds by something I can't see? James, we turn slower than a forklift here. Hang on, perhaps the Dragon Ball radar can tell me where I am. Okay. It seems to turn the opposite way we're to. Well, what do I know? If I understood anything about how these wee things work, we might get somewhere. But we don't. And what's this timer thing as well? Goodness, I've no idea. And I can't seem to find that card. I thought I had a card earlier. Thought maybe I could use one of these things to hack with. What about you? No? How about gun? No, we just take a closer look at our gun. Oh, what's this? Unimpressed by your refusal to respond to interrogation, your captors decide to include you to introduce you to oh, well, no, I've missed it. Well, something killed me, I don't know what, and the game is over, so back to the start we go. Thank you, Virgin. You didn't make any good games, to my knowledge. And then again, we're on the Sega here, good games didn't really happen. Sonic was not a good game. I even played them at the time, but they were pretty bad. Right, well, forget you, maybe we could have a different character. Pass on Rick, pass on Donna, pass on Tony. Here's our kill droid that just let us down. This is a shorter kill droid. We'll give you a chance then. The gun seemed highly effective. Let's try the ultra crappy gun instead. Maybe program will help us with these weird things that we've been encountering. And maybe a medikit, because I seem to be getting my ass handed to me. And a nice drink as well. Still got a similar setup with our man-thong going on. I wonder if we can actually pick up some clothes while we're at it. No wonder they instantly find us. Right, so we grab that refill thing. And take out the camera. Grab ourselves a lovely drink. No, not a nap. A lovely drink. What? No, I've never touched King's Quest to my knowledge, and I'm happy to keep it that way. Oh! Sounds like I just got caught on CCTV. No, don't take a nap. Pick up the thing. There we go. There's such a delay on your actions in this game. Right, my gun seems none the weaker now. So what am I to make of that? I want my Dragon Ball radar back. You. How do I activate you good and proper? God knows. I sneak my way in here. Seems to be very narrow doors that take you into areas. This area is nothing but blinding white. And I am being shot here, aren't I? But by what? By you, perhaps? Okay, so it takes one extra bullet to take out the big cheese there, I think, compared to upgraded gun. Well, this whole game seems quite terrible. Least of all because there's no direction here. Is sleeping restoring your energy? I don't think so. I think it just pauses the game. Nothing's going up. I suspect I have to get that back with my med packs or refills or what have you. Still feels like I'm getting attacked by something, but what? I see no— oh, tell a lie, I do see you. There's no strafing left or right, so movement becomes ever more painful. Now let's see if we can heal ourselves up with a lovely drink. Yes, and it didn't even seem to take away from our drinks. What about the med pack, which I'm pretty sure I picked up? I think that was you. God knows. And if I'm not mistaken, energy is just slowly ticking down in its own. So there's a lot that I don't really understand that's going on here. I did grab myself the manual for this game. I had a funny feeling that Shadow was going to unleash something particularly horrible. So I grabbed that, and if things look truly hopeless, we might take a gander through the manual shortly. Can't wait for Baron to come in and go, hey, I'm ready early. We can get going with Xenonauts. No need to continue on with this horse rubbish. Right. 103 fails out of 236 one-shots as far as I see. That's still not a great rate, but at least it's a good sign that I actually picked challenging one-shots. If I won pretty much all of them, oh, there'd be no thrill. We need the thrill of the tear. Oh no, take your time, says Baron. I know you've updated the squaddies list. Can't delay saying, oh, I still need to pick up the backup, guys. Hey Ninja, you're on the list. A sniper, though. Well, you know my feelings towards snipers. Personally, I prefer to take 0 snipers on my missions, but Baron seems to like them. And conversely, Baron doesn't seem to share my love for heavy weapons. Oh, we'll see who's sniping who. Alright, so I've been wandering around not really doing anything or having any clue how to do anything, which does not bode well. If you know anything about how this game works, don't feel shy to chip in. This is no challenge stream. Baron says, play it a bit more, I'll be there any time now, or so Baron claims. I have to go to the shop. Who knows how long that could take? Oh, no. I don't even have my typical timer on stream because I just started 2 hours before Baron's scheduled time, and hopefully that would do us. Right, this is pretty agonizing in all ways to play. Controlling it is particularly horrible because, well, you can only turn left and... Oh, okay, so we do run out of bullets. I didn't notice a bullet counter, but there must have been one. Oh, jeez. Game can't handle multiple sprites. But we can punch the kill droids to death. Why were we ever using a gun in the first place? There we go. Feeling a bit thirsty after all of that, so let's have a drink. Yes, I don't want to have a look at it. I want to drink it. Okay, why are we looking at it now instead of drinking it? I don't think I want to know. Ah. No, there's yet more punching to be done. There was 2x for more yeah, that's right. Once upon a time I used to say that if I don't, if I throw in a game, if I throw in the towel on a game, then there was double punishment. But the punishment backlog started growing faster than I could work my way through it, so I had to renege on that. James, I'm hoping that playing as a non-kill droid actually ups the speed of movement. Because this is slow going. We also had punishments for missing the schedule. That did not no, that absolutely did not hold up long. Right, I reckon I was just caught on candid camera there, which caused the alert, and I assume more kill droids coming to kill the kill droid. I'm still getting attacked by something, God knows what. Yeah, these things. What's with the things dropping out of the sky? I can't exactly look up or down. Well, I can go prone, but never mind that. I'm gonna jump over to you and punch Killbot to death. Okay, no, never mind that. Are we going to be introduced to Freddy again? Yep, introduced to Freddy, your cellmate for the last painful minutes of your life. But I was an android. Right, well, it's very hard to understand anything to do in this game, so perhaps we should consult the manual. Maybe it's going to have some vital information for us. So, hold steady. Let's see if I can't get this on screen. Oh, this should be easier than expected. Let's just cut away all my not very flattering bookmarks. And let's bring you on screen. Alright, let's read through CyberCop. Yes, the official seal of quality. I think the Nintendo one was worth a bit more back then. So I think we know how to throw it into the console. Alright, background might help here. Newest product, a genetically mutated creature escaped from the UCC factory in London. It's the Ripper. I'm pretty sure this is the same as the information that scrolls in the game there, so that's not going to help us. Direction to turn and move. Start for control panel, we know that. While walking to jump, standing still, small straight jump, fire gun. C button changes target. Ah, here we go. Jake even stooped to reading to not play this game. Well, playing the game is pretty difficult when they've no clue what's going on in it. Right, give us the intel here. CyberCop is an action game played in true 3D polygon environment. All objects visible in the main view screen have been drawn with polygon-style graphics, played from a first-person perspective, directly from... skip to the end. The color of the floors and ceilings is different for most of the levels. Okay, so there are different levels. Each level is laid out differently from the others. We play as a cybercop. The guards on duty are human and robot and possibly suspected artificial life forms nicknamed Freddy. That's the guy that ate us when we lost. You will make your way through the building, evading the guards' alarms and video cameras. You will constantly have to be on guard to beat the defense system. It'll include alarm pressure pads and infrared beams, and security guards and droids programmed to repair any damage to the building. The robots will normally ignore you unless you interfere with their tasks or impede their movement. Once the system is alerted, the doors will automatically lock. Sleeping gas will be pumped into the area. That might be why I was taking passive damage. They will dispose of your body, leaving no evidence you were ever there. Okay, so what do I do? Strength is how much damage is inflicted in hand-to-hand. Dexterity, damage done in missile combat. Repairing the backpack, computer skill, equipment purchase. So we can buy different things to go on our mission. Here we go, 5 different guns, different weight, bulk, and price. The greater the price, the more damaging. The guards are using the cheapest gun available. Guns are energy weapons, not projectile. Battery pack refuels are suits energy, disruptor. Manipulating the sheet layers of floor at the feet, materials invisible to the robot's vision, lured over the sheet. Okay, so it's pretty much a landmine. Lights, doors, and other objects but not walls can be destroyed with a grenade, stun bomb, bomb. Okay, but what do I do? And what's up with the drink? Drink gives you an energy boost, not as effective as a medikit. No harmful side effects. Okay. Everyone carries an ID card. Your card carries information about you, such as your name, appearance, and security clearance. Use the computer terminals to increase your security level. The character smart card is found at the bottom left of the display. Number represents strength, dexterity, and... Okay, right, the numbers there indicate our own stats. Yeah, maybe I should get some armor so I'm not horribly dying all the time. Look at, manipulate, attack, the screen layout, the equipment. Pause the game. Looking around, manipulate, yeah, we know that. Pick up button, the drop button. This button is marked with a wrench. Use this button to repair any damaged items that the player may find in the building. Damaged item is shown with a red cross next to it. Haven't found any of those. Both you and your equipment are susceptible to damage. Combat, B to attack, missiles, hand-to-hand, manipulation. Important ability, quite simple. Might seem complicated. Every object, here we go. Every object in the game has a function. This is normally activated by clicking manipulate. If The item cannot perform its usual function. An opportunity to recharge it. Looking, manipulate, medikit. Anything that can be picked up in the left look window, yes. Door locks are manipulated in a similar manner to guns. 2 door locks. Pressure pads and electronic system. Manipulate, correct number, green light. Aha. We did find something that needed buttons pressed. Elevator is the only way to move between levels. 2 control panels, figure F, panel, Select the up or down arrow as you would a real elevator. Right, you have 5 seconds to open the door. Okay, great. Well, not great. Security cameras, players detected by 1 alarms triggered, limited range, shot from distance. Discolored tiles on the floor are the pressure pads. Okay. Let's try not to step on those. Hey, you can save the game. Every time you enter a lift, you can save the game. Don't rush around. It's better not to trigger alarms. This is achieved more easily if you're careful. Shoot cameras and beam projectors from a distance. Low in energy or power, don't wait till the last minute. Something might attack you. Use the jetpack visor and backpack sparingly. Power, effective holograms. Okay, well, that wasn't great. But we're taught something very important. Do not submerge the Sega Genesis cartridge in liquid. Well, this is a fat old waste of time. Sometimes manuals back in the day actually gave you a bit of a... well, some decent player tips. Also, the game decides to shrink every time I tab out. Back you come, Sega. Good thing my parents loved me and my brothers and decided to get us a Nintendo instead. Right, well, armed with that complete lack of extra information, let's play as... Wasn't there a manipulation skill? Well, I thought there was. Anyway, Donna, let's go. Donna gets crappy gun and a course? Okay, sure, you're gonna get a diploma in something. And, ooh, maybe some bionic legs will make us move a bit faster. And some first aid's probably gonna help. And a couple of delicious drinks. Right, let's go. Going by the body, I think Donna's had some changes. It's best to understand this item here actually shows us where threats and enemies are. I'm gonna need Baron to get a whole lot of people killed to wash the taste of this game out of my mouth. You're not the one that has to play it. Insofar as that this can be played, I don't feel like I have a lot of agency over what's going on. Although, hey, I'm moving in a different way here from the killbot. Look at this weird I think that's the power of my bionic legs. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Bit disorienting. Kind of feels like we're walking with 2 limps. I think I understand this tiny little room with nothing in it though. Since there's no timer, you can always rest in the comfort that there's surely not much time left. We're at Baron's mercy. And he needs to go out to Tim Hortons or wherever Canadians go to get their stuff. Where did the robot go? Oh, well, it matters not. We've summoned the guards somehow. Ah, the camera. Not even these bionic legs are helping much. Maybe because my left leg's just taking a whole bunch of damage. Suppose that'd be our right leg. Okay, are you gonna let me in and do anything? Right, I wish to go down to the lower floor, please. So we go into the elevator. I assume this is the elevator. And door closes. And are we going down now? I think that's saving the game, and that's a special key, a special code that'll get us back here. I think. Okay, are we down now? Are we on a different area? I was told the floor would change color for different areas. This doesn't seem very different. But maybe it can't go further down. L6. What? There's a Tim Hortons near where I live in Scotland. I really need to give it a try. No. Kitty, no, that's how they get you. I'm pretty sure I'm in the same area as before because that camera is still blown out. So how else do we get around here? Still says 2. What if I want to go up from here then? Holy smokes, I really would rather be playing the Lawnmower Man than this. And that game's terrible. Okay. Have you tried specifying the floor in the elevator? Not really anything to do in the elevator other than use this save feature thing. And it certainly isn't taking us up or down. Can we just start the Baron Outs now and then say, oh, Baron started, I guess we better call it here. Oh, that's up to Baron, TBW. Even so, though, punishment games wouldn't carry much weight as punishment if I could just stop them willy-nilly like that. Okay. Shings, I didn't last long there. Freddy gets another bite out of us. I think I might rather have Freddy as my cellmate than play more of this, but needs must. Baron decided to stop off to IKEA on the way back and gets dreadfully lost, I'm sure. Right, what in the world are we to do? Tony, you're up. I suppose it is quite a nice... What does this course even do? That would have been in the manual. Hang on, quickly gonna check that. Oh, no I won't. If I tab out of the game will get angry at me. Let's have a brain implant as well. So, what are regarded as the good games that came out in the Sega Genesis? Because I am well and truly pulling nothing out. Also, the game doesn't like the idea that I took gun, course, and implant, and has decided to just completely stop. Okay. Let's just reach over for the reset button. There we go. Oh, Streets of Rage. Good call. Streets of Rage was pretty fun. Good game. Sonic was not. Sonic was, hey, you get to go really fast, except you can't see anything coming. And unfortunately, a lot of platformers took those lessons. Roadrunner's Death Valley was one of the worst out there. Restar was not good, Necromancy Black. Far from it. I don't know Jewel Master. Alright, come on, Tony. Let's get your gun, your college education, and your brain implants. Hey, there we go. You still have dementia, of course. Feels like you turn faster, but that might be my imagination. Okay, we immediately get caught on the way out. Grab ourselves a one of these. Comic Zone, I'll give you that. It's a very difficult game, but very stylized in a good way. I've played Comic Zone. I've never beaten it, because, man, it is hard. Granted, I've never really tried, but it's a game where you die, and that's it. All the way back to the start of the entire game for one death. Was it one death or 3 deaths? There was certainly no continue system. So I got to a point in the game where you had to make a jump, and I failed the jump, and then that was it. End of game, back to start you go. Rough. Thankfully, games generally avoid such punitive things these days, but not always. Sometimes you get the chainsaw club approach. Okay, what the hell are we even doing here? No indication of what we're to do. I found a top 10 list that mentions Toe Jam and Earl. Good way to know that the list cannot be trusted. See, I never played Toe Jam and Earl. That name, Toe Jam, just sounds so disgusting. Even just watching this is making me grumpy. Well, again, imagine having to play it. When I'm in the middle of a really horrible punishment game, my mind always goes through all the better games I could be playing. I could be playing some Dominions 5 with Randomized Nation, finally try out the random items that I haven't done before. I could be playing some Blitzball. In my downtime, I've been playing some Blitzball with true original Auroch players. Could be playing some RimWorld, and I had in my mind this idea of a RimWorld campaign where we start out with the Besaid Aurochs, and they are Yevon, and we introduce the Al-Bhed, and we have to, of course, wipe out the filthy heretics. Okay, this explains what these little cubby holes are for. The drone things come rolling out of them. When Lucky went through his top Sega games, he played this for about 1 minute and moved on. Did this make Lucky's top list? Oh no, I think it's when he was going through games to make his list. It's pretty good. I liked his top 100 NES games. It was really well done, that. What was number 1 again? I think it was Super Mario Bros. 3. I mean, that game does have everything, so not a bad call. Alright, what can be done with this thing again? Could I actually use my... Hey, here we go! Security access 0, false alarm, intruder alert, update access. Okay. What does that mean? Don't know. Does it mean we beat the game, or am I having wishful thinking? Whoops, let's not ditch all that stuff. I need to take a wee sip. There we go, grab the sippy cup. Mmm, delicious. Zombie Ant says, take me money. I mean, it's welcome, but I'm not even sure the pain-killing effect of money can offset this god-awful game. I seldom begrudge playing awful games though, because even if it is horrible, it does give you experience of different games, and when you play something else that's not very good, you can go, well, at least I'm not playing Cool World, which I think was another Shadow game. Shadow brings in some of the worst for punishment. But one of the aggravating things is he brings in games that it's hard to make any progress in. Some significantly better punishment games are ones where you do make progress and it's still just as bad as the last half hour. Coronation Street comes to mind. You're always pressing forward, even if it's in the dire search for the Shadow Realm chocolates. The DOS version of Cool World was very different, I hear, says Ninja. Well, I'm sure you'll be delighted to show us all. I will not. It's like saying the DOS version of Draken was very different to the Super Nintendo one. Still wouldn't recommend that anybody gives either of them a go. Lucky rejected it when I submitted it to the Bagel Font. Freaking Lucky. I wouldn't know, Alpha. I don't know what year this game came out. Perhaps somebody in the know could let us know. I don't know. Can I go back to the lift and go to a different floor? Because I'm pretty sure I've seen all there is to see on this floor. And there's a whole lot of not much. Something appears to be hurting me though. Earlier on we were able to get a radar on the screen, a much larger radar, but I haven't figured out how to do that again. It looks like 1970s finest. No, this would be something like 1992? No, more later than that. 1994 or 5? Wait, really? 1991? That doesn't seem right at all. Not for the Sega Genesis. Well, we got killed by invisible forces once again, so back we go. Maybe we should go with default man. Rick Allen, I think it was. Let's go, Rick. Have your gun, have your power pack. Take an exoskeleton, why not? Get yourself some sweet bionic legs. Get some fast aid. A lot of fast aid. Okay. So what was your exposure to this game, Shadow, that made you bring it forward as a punishment game? Because I personally would be repulsed by this so quickly I wouldn't be exposed long enough to consider it for the future. I needed something to match up to Cool World. I understand that, but how did you even find this game? Should have been doomed to obscurity on release. Having trouble just picking up items on the floor now. They're not showing up anymore. Oh, maybe for the better. Wikipedia has a nice list of games that I slowly churn through. A list of specifically awful games, or the list of Sega Genesis games? I suppose it's kind of one and the same, isn't it? This is weird, I can't seem to interact with items anymore. Or at least they're not showing up there to be interacted with. Maybe I need the course to do that. Yeah, good developers you can rely on, like Titus. Titus with their mascot of some red bunny thing. They exclusively made god-awful games. Same with LJN, I believe it is. Although they made Warlock for the Super Nintendo, and I actually quite like Warlock for the SNES. I acknowledge it's a pretty poor game, but I still enjoy it. It must have been awesome being a terrible developer back in the early 90s. No internet to get in the way of your god-awful games being exposed. Just slap it on the shelves and wait for gullible kids and their parents to pick up your crappy game. No accountability for it at all. The worst you're going to do is you're going to appear in a magazine's bit where you get that 6 out of 10. Because even back then they were terrified of giving low scores to games. There are some exceptions, but those exceptions just exist to prove the rule. Like the H&M Sims pack, called, I think, Unmitigated Bum. Which is probably how I'd describe this. Now the question is this game or Link to the... Oh, Link to the Past. 100 times over Link to the Past instead of this. Whilst I really don't like Link to the Past, at least you're moving forward in that game. And it's not incredibly frustrating to control. This game is incredibly infuriating. Just moving. My left thumb is already hurting from moving around here. Yeah, I failed Please Fix the Road, and that's why we're playing this. Please Fix the Road was pretty difficult, very difficult. I would really like to see somebody go and tackle that challenge themselves. Very deceptive game. Am I actually healing myself up by using that? Maybe I just need to take a wee sip first. No, certainly not mod game. I don't do puzzle games for mod games, or generally I don't do games where you just learn the solution and do it. Some people ask for such games and I disagree with that. But that's okay. I don't have to agree or disagree, I just don't do it. Sometimes people ask, hey, can't you put this game that I'm really good at onto your mod game challenge? It's like, I think you're kind of missing the point here. Right, the only thing I can find that looks even a little bit like progress is this elevator. But even when I get in, I don't seem to be able to move around. But maybe, since I used my card on that weird thing earlier, I can use it again here. And then... Oh, we can do stuff now. Right, then, lift. Take me to floor... ground floor 1. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, I think we've got progress here. It even played a very short jingle to indicate that we've made our way up to 5. It does look exactly like where we just were, however, that camera was still intact. So, probably is a new floor. Plenty of cameras going around. If I was on the security detail and I found all the cameras going out one by one like this, then I don't know what I'd do. Probably go home early. Please, Baron, stop getting lost in IKEA. Surely they have IKEA in Canada. He didn't mention what he needs to go shopping for. I was like, yeah, I need to go get a new car and some new life insurance, and I need to go browsing for a new home. That'll take a wee while. Need to do the weekly shop. Don't worry, I'll be back in time for Baronauts. Priority message from Xenonauts HQ. Baron will be 10 minutes. If I was able to make any kind of progress here, I might begrudge him for actually coming back so early, but there's... I can't even see what to do in this game. Oh, he's just doing a quick Battle Bros run before we're good to go. I do like the appreciation of Battle Bros, because I don't particularly appreciate myself. I played the game for about 25 or 30 hours, and I thought the game had overstayed its welcome after 20 hours. Right, can I do a bit of a recharge? Ah, my recharge has a bit of damage to it, so I can fix it, right? So that explains what that bar is for. Let's take a wee sip. Okay, let's not take a wee sip. Let's instead look at it for a wee bit. So the developers of this, I believe, were Virgin Entertainment. Makes me all the happier that Virgin went under. Although I'm not sure if Virgin as a conglomerate went away. They had different branches of Virgin, as I recall. Virgin Megastore, Virgin Entertainment, Virgin Telephone? Tempted to say? Airlines, oh yeah, Crivens. Yeah, they're a mobile provider in I think I was on Virgin Telephone myself for a while back in Scotland. Virgin Rec. Well, here's Virgin Games, and long may we be glad that those are not a thing anymore. But maybe they were the publisher for Core Design Limited. Also says licensed by Sega. That doesn't mean Sega was the publisher or not, though. Heavens knows, and probably the less we know, the better. Oh yeah, Christ, Virgin Internet. I had that in Aberdeen. I was grim. All right, Dementia Carter. Can we steamroll our way to victory here? We can say, hey, I want to go up. Currently first floor. You open up. And then we find the water fountain thing that lets us go boobity boop. And we say, I want to go up to the second floor, or the third floor, or the fourth, or the... Yeah, we can go to fifth. Now, I shot the camera earlier, so I'd be able to keep track of if it is a new floor. And it is. But the floor looks the same. Maybe it is different, but it's hard to tell when all these textures are the same, which is to say non-existent. I think Disney games made by Virgin were cool. Aladdin, Jungle Book, and Lion King. Jungle Book was awful, but Aladdin was pretty good, and Lion King was also pretty good. It gets a bad rep because the game was really difficult. The level with the monkeys filtered millions. But yeah, not all licensed games were terrible. Some were quite good. Oh yeah, Ninja, if the Jungle Book was so great, how come nobody took it as the mod game challenge? I eventually had to just remove it from the list. There was no interest in it. And in my eyes, it was one of the easiest challenges out there. I just didn't want to play the game myself. Nobody took it because by the time I started streaming, it was gone. It was there for a fair whack of time. Looney Tune games were good. I spent so many hours trying to beat Duck Dodgers. What was the NES one that had terrific music and you played as that caped duck guy? Oh no, that game was so good. Right, although I said go to floor 5, it's saying L7, whatever that means. Darkwing Duck. Oh, Darkwing Duck's great. Even though I just barely lost that challenge, it was stupendous. I ended up listening to the game's theme tune whilst at work for a long time. Just had the whole thing on repeat. Did Lucky actually play this? I mean, for more than a minute? I'm starting to think that I don't actually go to new areas. I think it just reloads the same area and fixes whatever was destroyed. Look, the camera's back. And now I'm on candid camera. Oh, geez. Big friend here is after me. And we can very slowly shoot him dead. Ollie. This is taxing. Save me, Baron. You don't need another bag of milk. One thing I will have to do when all is said and done, though, is watch a proper playthrough of this game. Maybe it'll make a bit more sense after that, but it probably won't. It's okay though. In fact, it's a bit befitting to play such a horrible game before the greatness of more Baronauts. All good things must be paid with. So just make sure that you don't... if you enjoy some of the things you have to pay with, then it's all the better. Right, is this going to interact any differently with my card? No, it's still just security access 0. What could it all mean? Bagged milk is the superior method of milk storage. Tetra Pak was invented in Sweden, so they use it for just about everything here. Swedes don't like to admit it, but they're incredibly proud of their own national things. Running out of energy here, Dementia Carter. Perhaps if I repair this power pack, I can... Ooh, can I drink the chemicals? Can I jack into something? No. Never seem to be able to use my dragon radar. What does that even do? Alright, but we can jump and punch the cameras, which I appreciate. Oh, maybe I wasn't punching, maybe I did shoot. I'm having milk in a proper Tetra Pak right now. All my milk is Tetra Pak, but it's mostly because I don't have much of an option. Unimpressed by your refusal to respond to interrogation. This game could be used to elicit interrogation from me. In Japan, we have to cut up and flatten our Tetra Paks. It's actually a hassle. Oh, they just want you to chuck it into the big old cardboard box around here. Maybe they've got some kind of special intel here on how to deal with them. Right, well, I know Baron is ready whenever he jumps into voice chat for Baronauts. He has not so far, so he probably wants me to suffer through a bit more of this. Doesn't really matter folding it up, because those recycling centres, they just crush things in a way that you'd never be able to. Aberdeen had a really interesting state-of-the-art recycling centre. I took a digital tour of the place. And you know what? The place burnt down later on. Now it's just a burnt-out husk of a building. I was tempted to go back to the place I saw the digital tour on and leave a message saying, be sure to separate your combustibles, but I thought that would be a bit below the belt. This is new. This is new. What do we have here? Some kind of giant glass containment field things? I broke this one. Might as well break them all while I'm here. I'm not so sure it could be called progress, but there is something here. What are you? The Dementia Scan Man. I'm a scan man. Ski-da-ba-beep-a-bop. I can scan things? But what do I scan? Why does this game exist? For who does it exist? A shadow, clearly. If you offer doing the cruiser for him, you might be more convincing. I did the carrier. I did the ground terror mission. I think Baron can pull up his lederhosen and deal with one wimpy little cruiser. I got him the advanced shields. I haven't left him with a single private. Don't read into that definition too much. The comparisons between this and Wolfenstein are paper thin at best, Shen. I'd far rather be playing Wolfenstein. Hell, I'd far rather watch Fishlips play another old shooter game like that. Oh, holy moly, he was going off one on Doom 2 the other day. It's like he had a really bad case of nappy rashes. Which is entertaining in its own right. He's now gone and said that the only reason he doesn't have a swear jar is because it would be too hard to manage, so I need to think up a management solution for it so he has no more excuse. I think the manual was taking the mick when it recommended progress slowly. Slowly is the only way you can progress. When people talk about clunkiness in old games, this one is a poster child for it. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Ah! This screen can be interacted with. So I can update my own access. Aha! Right, that means I could use my card now, perhaps to access another floor. We could see something new for the first time in an hour. Question, where did we leave the elevator? You kinda left your card back at the machine, I hope not. Oh, I absolutely did. Oh wait, this game has more music? This game doesn't need more music, that's for sure. Ah, but we can see it's on the ground there. So I can go... Other item. Gimme, gimme. Whoa, 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 something that isn't the dragon radar actually gave us a map. Holy moly, this is going from good to great. Never gonna look at the main screen again, I'm just looking at this map like I'm playing Swords and Serpents. Right. Escareta, Erebeta, where are we going? First off, we'll have a little sippy sip. After I repair my drink. Had enough electrolytes in it or something. Glug, glug. Now let's go, go, go. Up, reduced to just punching power now. Where the dickens was that elevator? God, we're falling to pieces here, come on. Perhaps it's this down here. Oh, well, never mind. They shot my leg off and now Freddy gets his way with me. However, now we've learnt how to potentially move to a new area. We must exploit this new knowledge. I never saw it, right? The Genesis was touted as having better tech for making better sound than the Super Nintendo, and I never saw it that way. The thing is, Genesis sounds all come in one flavour, and it's this note that's playing in the back tune of this, just dong, 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 dong. Every Genesis soundtrack is some flavour of dong, and you can't even deny it. I mean, you could, but it's a lie. Right, what was that thing that was helping me see my way around? I want my jetpack. Right. Immediately caught on candid camera, but that's okay. There we go. That little thing up there is our elevator. Now, we need to find a place to use our keycard to update our access. And I reckon it's that red blinky dot right there. Since you're blocking the way, it's most likely you. So we interact with, shove our card in, and we update our access. And we say all alarms were false alarm. And then we take back our card. Good, we still got it. We rush back to the elevator and we hope we can access any floor that isn't 5. The devs fell into the same darn trap akin to how most SNES devs make everything like a moody synth. Okay, but the Super Nintendo had David Wise and Tim Follin. Who did the Genesis have? David Wise was in charge of the soundtrack for Donkey Kong, and Tim Follin, he did a number of things, but he did Plock and Pictionary. Oh, the Follin brothers were unstoppable. Right, so if I shove in my card, it says 5. Does that mean I can go to 5 now? No, it's the same bleeding area, so let's try something else. Shove in card. Not the goggles, shove in the card. And let's try ground, first, second, third, fourth. Oh! We're in a new area! I know, I can't believe it either. And the floor is oh god, is that Freddy? Wow, okay. I think I hear another Freddy, and I hope he's not behind me. I'm chugging, so he's probably real close. Huh. Usually I'm fine with punishment games, as they are punishing to Jake, and I can derive a sick pleasure as schadenfreude for myself. But this is actively punishing me for viewing it. It starts to make me feel bad for Jake, says Borgaros. I'm sure that's a very novel feeling for you, but, as I say and say often, there are 3 criterion for a punishment game. It can do any one of them to be a successful punishment game, but if it does more of them, then it's better. It should be punishing for me to play, or punishing for viewers to watch, or extremely difficult. We don't often get much of the latter there. We certainly get a lot of the punishing for me, though. What the heck is that? I don't know and I don't like it. I wonder if this potted plant is doing me in as well. Oh, well, whatever that is, it's my... Hello, Freddy! Freddy's too muscular to fit through the door. Holy smokes, I struggle to think of many games that I wouldn't rather play than this. Although I will admit things got quite a bit better when I got the mini-map and understood that you can interact with some of the machines. Only better in the sense that we're moving forward, though. I still don't like where we're moving into. It's like the saying, when you're going through hell, keep going. Oh yeah, Sethian. I'd probably rather play this than Sethian. But Sethian was a special kind of hell. Yeah, that's a good point, Asmaroth. You wouldn't want to spend your precious punishment game on a difficult game, because I will gladly just play difficult games in the weekly one-shot. And we've got some very sadistic people. It's gotten to the point where I can't actually even comprehend the idea of a Twitch community that get together just to play fun games and have a fun, positive time with their streamer. All I can think of is this really sadistic relationship. That said, the thought of the other one's probably a bit sickening at this point. I wonder who set it up that way, Jake. Yeah, me and I. I wonder if banning the Pog Champs directly led to this. Banning the Pog Champs. I'm not really entirely sure about this concept of Pog. Because back in my day, Pogs were toys. These weird little discs that you'd play tiddlywinks with. But, of course, you'd only do that when the Game Boy ran out of batteries. Pogs were great. You could even make your own. Oh, don't know about making your own. There was this community game we used to play way back when called the Beetle Drive. I forget exactly how it worked, truth be told. Broken up into teams, having to make some kind of tricks. Jeez, I really can't remember how it went. Anyway, I remember winning some Pogs there. How the hell did the Beetle Drive work? Jake losing the minigames to monkeys was funny, but the door was simply painful. What are we talking about here, TVW? Sounds dangerously like Nancy Drew. For God's sake, Baron, could you finish your shopping already? I thought a bit of progress would be nice, but this is... The lag is even heavier in this area, probably because it seems slightly larger, or even perhaps more complex. Hey, Freddy. At least let me kill something. There we go. Melt. Caribbean Nancy Drew, yes. Baron may be running late. I'm busy enjoying my coffee. Of all the betrayals of the Xenonauts, this was not what I was expecting. Good freaking lord, move! Oh no. Get away, Freddy. Freddy's trying to do me in. I think we're moonwalking here. This is so hard to navigate because there's so much lag on every input. Don't mind this, we just invested in some Predator vision. Have we seen Fluff and Puff in chat? Because their court-martialing activities really gave me the giggles. Hey! Ooh, so this is one of the benefits of using your supervision. Let's take it off. Yeah! Whoa, oh, okay. Whole world has gone a bit lilac here. I don't even know what is making these wow noises. This is the vision for anybody who plays Cyber Cop for their rose-tinted marathon, it seems. Since you wanted great Genesis music, Tim Follin's Time Tracks... Ah, but you're using Tim Follin there. That's just cheating. I already claimed him in the name of Nintendo. Same for David Wise, although I don't know anything David Wise did outside of Donkey Kong. But holy smokes, the soundtrack for Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest was otherworldly. Oh, hang on, this is a different elevator. Let me in, let me in, let me in. Get me out of this rose-tinted nightmare. At least I think it's an elevator. Can't see diddly. Okay, there's our water dispenser. I wish to go to anywhere. This is just back where we started. I remember those wee squigglies over there. Maybe I was meant to find a room in that other place to update my own security clearance. That's my best guess. I wonder how much I can forgive this game since it's from 1990... what was it? 2? Not a lot. I wasn't playing many games back in 1992. Wow, wow. Oh, there must be Freddy. Freddy's getting impatient and hungry. Aren't you happy they spiced up the scenery with potted plants? Not really, it's putting me more in mind of the first-person segments of Jurassic Park for the Super Nintendo. There were some keen differences between this game and that, though. Whilst Jurassic Park might have had some punishing elements to it, it was overall an alright game. And I'm ever so glad that I got the game beaten, so it's not going to hang over me anymore. Right, I think that flashing point is where we can update our security thingamajiggers, and we'll do exactly that. And since Baron is insisting on taking the world's slowest drink of coffee, we might as well focus on getting some actual progress here. Suspicious ring of plants around this. Ah, I cannot get past the potted plant. Right, let's shoot the plant then. That was not as planned. Can't seem to use my card. Okay, my card got damaged somehow. But we can fix it, insert it, and now we have security access 2, and no alarms or real alarms. Time to freshen up my coffee. How does one even freshen up coffee? Coffee disgusts me. It is my probably least favorite food and drink in the world, if you can call it a food. That is to say, there is no food or drink that I find more repulsive than coffee. I need to make good our escape. I wonder what color of floor we're going to see with our new security update. How do you get your caffeine then? I suppose I have a caffeine-free life. I instead sleep for at least 8 hours every night and feel very refreshed every day. Some days I sleep for even longer. It's not unusual for me to go and sleep for 14 hours. And not even because I need to, but because I want to. Right, in you go. Where are we going now? We've done 5 and 4. Oh, the ground floor. Maybe we could just run out the front door and be done with this horrible place. You slept pretty long after the Professor Layton marathon. Yeah, I also stuck my face into a giant pile of pomegranate seeds. And thinking about that very recently, I decided... Okay, what was that? I jump over to punch the CCTV. Didn't even look like I took any damage. It's just like, oh no, Freddy's having his savage green way with you now. Okay. Thank you, Core Design Limited. So yes, I made myself another gigantic bowl of pomegranate seeds, and I've been munching on those for the past few days. Love pomegranates, they're probably my second favourite fruit, after pink grapefruit. I absolutely adore pink grapefruit. Pink grapefruit can be bought tinned in the UK, so I like to stock up on that. Can't seem to find good access to tinned fruit around here in Sweden. I'm sure it exists, but I can't find it. Then I just love fruit in general. If there's bad fruit out there, I've never found it. Hang on, I reckon I might do well to take the elevator over here. Seemed like a quicker access to the other security update that I was after. Feels like a kind of game where if you know where to go, you can get this whole game done pretty quickly. Just go from A to B, don't get caught or preemptively shoot anything that tries to take care of you. Like this big cheese. Personally, I cannot stand persimmons, says Baron. Now that's a strange one. I've been enjoying persimmons quite a lot lately. Easier to eat than an apple, and doesn't leave behind such a wasteful core. Although sometimes I eat entire apples, core and all. Now, as we know, we need only go in this direction. This direction? No, not this direction. Back up, back up. This direction to get ourselves security clearance. These doors are bizarre. This whole game is bizarre. Gotta say, my time in Hungary really made me think perhaps I've gone my whole life and never really eaten good fruit before. Or vegetables for that matter, because holy moly. So that is the power of the Mediterranean climate. think I'm getting lodged into the wall here. Ah, no, it's just Freddy. Eager to play with his new playmate. Perhaps I was hoping for too much when I thought the game might have some different soundtracks. You know, maybe different tunes for different floors. It's also doing that old console thing where sounds will obstruct each other. Even the background tune gets interrupted by certain tunes. Right, update that access. Also, no alarm. Also, feeling a bit banged up here, so let's heal up, shall we? Did that even heal me up? Give me some power then. Perhaps I need my sippy cup, which I don't. Oh, no, there we go. Glug glug. Thinking about it, it's probably faster to take the route up top and go around. Although I did clear out the Freddy threat in the other place. Also, I'm more obstructed by these plants than anything, so I'll take the first exit route. Come on, for the love of God, get moving. Is Hungarian Mediterranean, asks Finnboy. You've got to consider my closest comparisons here, Scotland and Sweden. You'd have to go to Iceland to get much less Mediterranean, yet still European. When we eventually reach a new floor, I hope we're tired to the sight of something new, like a different plant sprite. See if it's going to disappoint or not. Let's do it. Range door opening there. Right, get away from the Freddies. They don't cost 10 pence anymore. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Freddos cost 20 pence these days. Used to always be a difficult decision for childhood Jake. Do I get the chocolate Freddo or the caramel one? Ooh boy. Agonizing choices. Right, you know what? We're gonna put on our glasses here. And see if there's anything getting in the way. No? Okay, I can't see any trippy laser things. Music's the best part in this game, just like the song Tom of Bedlam was the only good thing about Stronghold 3. Maybe. The music is pretty grating. Hey, here's our new environmental piece, a chair. Looks pretty comfy as well. Yeah, and there's no way it's 25 pence a Freddo. It's 250% of the 1990s cost of a Freddo. It is true, okay, well, I'm all the happier knowing that I don't intend on going back to the UK in a hurry. Get a lot of people asking me if I end up going back to the UK around the festive period. Oh, hell no. There's one time a year I absolutely don't want to head back. It's winter. There we go. $1,500 gaming chair. It's taken out in one shot. Now, are you going to open up for me? Password is quad 8. No, but it doesn't set off an alarm. These weird spiders from the sky still get me. I have no idea what causes them to appear. Pretty hard to counter too. Brute force until Baron finishes his coffee. Hopefully it tastes like liquid gold. Come on, Baron. Well, we've all been having good fun, right? But we're waiting for Baronauts. And surely the time is now. Only another cup and a half to go. Baron and Lucky, both Canadians, both coffee achievers. Daggering forward as we go. Can I take another sippy sip? Somewhat. What does this thing do again? Well, nothing, so I can't use it. It's a Sports Direct cup. Baron decided to drink two. He's never going to be done. Some of those petrol station cups I saw in America were just otherworldly. You could fit your head in them. Right, what about this intimidating looking central area? A lot of posts and a strange green robot thing. Yeah, it all goes down the same. Only regret is not having punched the thing to death. Still not seeing somewhere to update my security access though, which I was starting to assume was something you had to do on every floor to proceed. Oh, we've made it over to another weird water dispenser-like thing. It wants a code, but also a card. Here's my card. There's my code. I got nothing. Can we not have some kind of bypassing item? No, okay, we cannot. See, I actually thought when I was served this game up on my punishment menu that this was based on a film of sorts. Cyber Cop sounds like it would be a film or a book or something, but if this is based on it, then I don't at all want to see the source material. Pretty sure Lawnmower Man was based on a film, and that game blew. That game blew hard. Depressing lack of manual. I did enough manual reading at the start to understand the manual had nothing to tell me. Some sort of film about a cop who's some sort of robot? That would never catch on. I did see RoboCop long ago. I used to watch films more often. Back when I was a student, but that was a fair whack of time ago. Again with these key codes, I've got nothing to indicate... Nothing to indicate what the codes could be for them. Come on, Baron, you've got to deliver me from this hell. Your breakfast poutine can wait, you've got soldiers to command. Apparently Cybercop was a TV show in the 1980s. The show was set in 2020, according to Google. What was the whole premise, though? Meet the cop that can't be stopped. Oh no! Picking up this item was a trap. But I'll still pick it up, and I might even use it. Maybe they contain some kind of information, like 4 character key codes. I'm imagining Baron doesn't want to let you out before you're full to it. Yeah, that sounds like Baron. I'd say maybe Baron should try some punishment games himself, but pretty much any game Baron plays ends up being a punishment game. Mostly by the definition of being a difficult game. Pilot Wings, oh, that's too hard. Mario Brothers All Stars, oh, dearie me. Hello, what is this thing? Whatever it was, I used it and disappeared from the inventory. No need to worry, I have a really nice choice for my next Baron Dictator. I thought Baron had put Dictators on hold for a wee bit. A lot of people who put in Dictators end up finding that system's not so forgiving. You know, it seems like a funny idea, haha, people get their points, they make me play a horrible game, and then after 5 or so horrible games, suddenly they're going, oh, I don't like this anymore. Oh no. How could this specific tier of making me have a miserable time be so bad? Nah, I just jacked the cost up, says Baron. I'm a little concerned for my own one though. People haven't been using it for a wee while, which doubtlessly means that some people are banking up on it big time. Especially after the recent gambling. We know there are people out there with 7-figure points easily. Right, Cribbins, that got me nowhere fast. Perhaps I need to head over in this direction. Help me Slack says, still sitting pretty on my 4 million. I wish we could jack up the amount that we can have on the gambles. Limiting it to 250,000 might have made sense around the early days, but now... James, there must be some channels where people have dozens of millions. Perhaps even more. But lo and behold, Twitch finally put in a good system. And then don't follow up. It's kind of like Paradox releasing a really good game and then not following it up at all. CK3, my kingdom for some content in that game. I even fired it up the other day thinking, oh, I wouldn't mind starting up a new CK3 campaign. Then I'm looking at the map going, there hasn't been anything added for anywhere. Playing as a count in India feels exactly the same as playing count in Central Europe. And the game is becoming a bit too much of a hee look at my pet cat and my cheating lover, rather than haha, I am administering an entire duchy. Okay, perhaps this was just not the place for us. Maybe we've got access to another floor that we can check out. Holy smokes, all this movement is so slow. None of the lower floors. We only get ground 4 and 5. Nice touch. You get the little jingle in the elevator longer the further you have to travel in it. They really do fix the machines though. Oh, well, Twitch loves to phase things out when they're not being used the way they want them to be used. I miss hosts already. Thinking about it, how are we meant to do mod games? I guess we just raid in for them. Raiding and hosting are different tools, though. Definitely have something to do with money. Maybe they don't run ads the same way when it's a hosted stream. But man, I don't like the idea of... I just don't want to watch ESA or GDQ with their own chats because they're absurdly cancerous. Oh, now Kaladin. Fewer people were huffing the copium harder than you were for Victoria 3. I still haven't fired that game up for more than a couple of hours. I do intend to, it's just hard to get excited about. Probably both letter color. Probably more the fact that I will welcome dementia if it wipes out my memory of this game. Oh, right, we gotta bring out the fisticuffs, or not. Down we go. Victoria 3 streaming is very personality driven for some reason, says Kaladin. Yeah, I just want good games, and I'm certainly not finding it here with Cybercop. Come on, Baron, surely that's long enough for any one man to finish off his giant cup of coffee. Baron needs a comfier bed so he can get a good night's sleep. He's just getting his refill. Holy moly. Friendly drove him down to America for an American large cup. I wonder how easy it is to cross the border. I saw a film that made it look very easy to cross the American-Mexican border. What film was that? No Country for Old Men, that was it. Just clocked that there are actually 2 of those security update bits here. What if I update in both of them? It does nothing. I'll put on fake intruder alert. That'll throw them. Golly. I've had dentist visits more exciting than this. Although to be fair, I've had some very exciting dentist visits. If you've ever wondered what it's like to have dentistry work done with no... what's it called again? No anesthetic. It's a rush. It's an interesting experience to be screaming whilst your mouth is full of tools. I think I forgot my card again. Yeah, I did forget my card again. I never thought I'd play a game that actually makes Draken 2 feel not so bad to move around in. Moving around in the overworld in Draken 2 is an exercise in pain and frustration, but it feels silky smooth compared to this. What is Baron doing? He's not firing up the Xenonauts, that's for sure. Okay. Wait, I'm down to my fist already? Did I accidentally drop my gun somewhere? I'm not sure how well a human would do trying to tear apart an Andron with their bare hands. Sebi D managed it once, but I like to think that was a fluke. Or just the raw power of Sebi D. Wow, kind of feels better than our gun for dealing with these guys, even though they're so much larger than us. God, I've just realised punching eats up my energy. I need to top that up. Where's my sippy? Where's my other source of energy? There we go. Also, what is murdering me right now? Aha! Maybe Baron got lost in his way to Tim's for his 3rd cup. So is Tim Horton actually any good? Is it the patriotic choice? No, it's garbage, says it. Baron's probably just trying to make other people not use it, so he can enjoy it all for himself. Devilish. Although I don't know what would make a cup of coffee horrible, because I certainly don't know what makes a cup of coffee good. I would really rather just play Coronation Street for 4 hours than this for 2. Maybe even Coronation Street for 6 hours rather than this for 2. Sadly, that can't even be done because I've already played the game and I've even recently watched it being replayed, so I know very much how the game goes. Even those shadow chocolates wouldn't remain hidden for me forever. At least Vino Paolo wants to put in some painkillers for this game. Man, I have to bring Max back into the fold. Okay, the potted plants cannot be jumped over either. We've got to navigate our way around. Okay, Baron's had quite enough of this and he's finally getting set up. I hope by set up he doesn't mean that he also needs to do the save game editing for the soldiers, because that takes a wee while. Oh. He needs to assemble the PC. He's just got parts strewn about. He hasn't checked compatibility with a Mobo either. Oh, he needs to do a bit of soldering work on some of the parts as well. He needs to get out his blowtorch because the case isn't big enough. He needs to open up some space. Quick Battle Brothers run shoe. Make sure the audio balance is correct. He needs to completely fill up and wipe his SSD as well, so he knows that's not going to burn out on him. And stress test the PSU. And then get more milk for the coffee. Oh, Jesus. It's okay though. Although playing punishing games like this is absolutely horrible, I don't mind it in a way because it makes all the other games seem a whole lot better and it gives a nice reference point. It's like if you live your life in absolute luxury and you get thrown a tiny little inconvenience, oh, it can just feel horrible. Whereas if the opposite is true and your life is just a living hell, then the slightest sliver of a good time or a convenience is just wonderful. That's why I like to hear horrible stories from Young about his incredibly horrible springy mattress or whatever. Because it makes my night of sleep just feel all that better. Oh, I was really appreciating how soft and comfortable my pillows were last night. Sponsored mattress ad. On that note, how's your... My back's fine, Marvin. I think you misinterpreted something. When I injured my back, it was years ago. And it has been fine for years. Courtesy of a very good masseuse who set some fires on my back, crushed my arms and hand, and I was all the better afterwards. Did I ever say that, Ninja? I'll believe it, but I'm unconvinced. Well, I was recently regaling the tale of, I think somebody was talking about their sore back, and I was regaling the tale of how I did in my back a few years ago. Of all things, when I was wrapping presents. Dunno, I was just hunched over wrapping something and then, oh, dearie me. But not keen to just sit around and deal with it, I went out and found a... Oh, thank God! That sound can only mean good things.
Hey Jake, how you doing?
Terribly, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm great. I had a lovely couple hours watching the stream and having my coffee.
How does one man drink coffee for 2 hours?
Oh, with great pleasure.
Oh, cribbins. So what do you think of Cyber Cop?
Oh, it looks great. You know, a lovely, lovely little game.
Yeah,
It
that
looks pretty miserable, actually. Yeah, a good punishment game all around.
Well, that's Shadow for you. Shadow's got a long repertoire of feeding people god-awful punishment games.
Yeah, yeah. I fear the day he gets an actual redemption.
Okay, how ready are you?
My stream is live.
Oh, right, well then, great. We're heading over to Barringer right now, /raid. There we go.
Everyone's just hanging out in the theater for the time being.